What are ethics? Ethics refers to the concepts, beliefs, and behavioral standards that individuals and groups use to determine what is right and wrong. It is a discipline of philosophy that attempts to answer fundamental concerns about what people should do in various scenarios or situations. Ethics is the consideration of ideas such as fairness, justice, respect, and responsibility, and it relates to a wide range of professions, including sports. In sports, ethics refers to the expectations placed on participants, coaches, and officials to conduct themselves in a way that respects the sport's integrity, treats others with dignity, and ensures the well-being of all parties involved. It requires upholding ideals like honesty, justice, and respect for others while creating a safe and supportive environment for everyone engaged. Ethics in coaching refers to the principles that inspire behavior and decision making in a moral, correct, fair, and just manner. It involves understanding what is right and wrong, maintaining fairness, preserving individual dignity, and putting athletes' well-being first. In in football, ethics guarantees that coaches maintain the sport's integrity, encourage positive athlete experiences, and respect all parties involved, including athletes, other coaches, officials, and fans. Ethical behavior also includes following the laws, regulations, and guidelines established by athletic organizations. Ethics as a coach. As a coach, ethics requires that requires the dedication to creating a pleasant and safe atmosphere for athletes while emphasizing principles such as sportsmanship, respect, and fairness. Coaches are responsible for setting an example for their own actions, behaviors, and decisions. Key ethical responsibilities of a coach include fairness and integrity, respecting athletes' rights, safety and welfare, education and mentorship, players' safety and well-being, transparency and communication, conflict resolution, and responsibility. Fairness and integrity. Coaches should promote fair play and integrity across the sport. This involves encouraging athletes to follow the rules, showing respect for competition, and avoiding any behaviors that would provide their team or athlete an unfair, an unfair edge. For example, coaches should never encourage or condone cheating, doping, or manipulation of results. Respecting athletes' rights. Coaches must guarantee that athletes, regardless of their skill level, age, or background, are treated with respect and dignity, and they have the right to confidentiality, independence, and participation. Safety and welfare. Coaches have a responsibility to ensure athletes' health and safety, which includes monitoring physical problems and resolving any concerns about mental health. Coaches must guarantee that their athletes are not subjected to practices that could injure them physically, emotionally, or psychologically. Education and mentorship. Coaches have an ethical commitment to serve as mentors and role models, teaching players the principles of discipline, hard work, respect, and team spirit. Ethical coaching focuses on developing life skills like communication, resilience, and confidence rather than just winning. Player safety and well-being. Ensuring players' physical and mental well-being is critical. Coaches have an ethical commitment to keep athletes safe from injury, overtraining, and emotional harm. To reduce risk, they must implement suitable warm-ups, cool-downs, and training regimens, as well as be attentive for any signs of burnout or mental health difficulties. Transparency and communication. Ethical coaches ethical coaches maintain open and honest communication with their athletes, parents, and teammates. This includes communicating clearly about expectations, playing time, and team dynamics. It also requires being helpful, being willing to listen to input and addressing concerns in a timely and respectful manner. Conflict resolution and responsibility. When problems emerge between athletes or between an athlete between an athlete their their coach, the coach must handle the matter ethically by listening to all parties involved, remaining unbiased, and encouraging a fair resolution. Ethics with child, youth, and adult athletes. The ethical consideration, the ethical considerations and responsibilities of a coach can vary greatly depending on whether the athlete is a child, youth, or adult. Each each age group has specific needs and weaknesses, demanding diverse ethical approaches. Ethics with child athletes. Coaching child at coaching child athletes um coaching child athletes involves a strong emphasis on developmental appropriateness and safeguarding. Ethical responsibilities include creating a fun and supportive environment. Children should love and enjoy playing football, and and coaches' primary responsibility should be to provide a pleasant, enjoyable, and engaging experience. It is critical that the emphasis be on skill development, teamwork, and fun rather than simply winning. Informed consent. Coaches must ensure that both the child and their parent or guardians are completely aware of the nature of participation. This includes understanding the sport's physical demands, dangers, and objectives. Parents should parents should consent to their child's participation in the program and be kept informed about progress and any issues. Ethics for child developmental appropriate coaching. Coaching should coaches should customize training sessions to the child's developmental stage, both physically and cognitively. Training should be age appropriate, focusing on skills, fun, and personal growth above competitiveness or pressure. Coaches protection from exploitation. Coaches must be attentive in preventing any forms of exploitation, whether physical, emotional, or psychological. Children should never be forced to play beyond their ability or exposed to excessive instructions. Protecting children from abuse. Children, sorry, coaches must be trained to recognize and prevent all types of abuse, whether physical, emotional, or sexual. Coaches are frequently in a position of trust and should maintain professional boundaries with young athletes. Ethics with young athletes. With youth athletes. When coaching new athletes, when coaching new athletes, coaches must balance the drive for competition with the developmental needs of young athletes. Key ethical considerations include balancing performance and enjoyment. While competitiveness is a vital component of youth sports, coaches should ensure that performances that does not dominate the enjoyment of the game. The emphasis should be on developing abilities and self-confidence rather than obsessing over winning at all costs. Informed decision making. Coaches should empower youth athletes to make responsible choices as they anticipate more responsibility for their training and competition. However, the coach should still provide advice and direction, especially in balancing academics, social life, and athletics. Mentorship and life skills development. Coaches of youth athletes not only teach football skills but also help them develop life qualities including resilience, teamwork, leadership, and time management. This mentorship should promote positive growth in a friendly environment, supporting mental and emotional development. Adolescents experience major psychological changes and problems. Coaches should be sensitive to these concerns and provide advice on how to deal with stress, peer pressure, and demands of training and competition. Coaches must ensure that they are a constructive source of support rather than creating unnecessary stress. Coaching adult athletes involves recognizing their independence and understanding that they may have different motivation, goals, and life experiences. Ethics for adult athletes include maintaining professional boundaries. Ethical coaches must establish professional boundaries with adult athletes, ensuring that their interactions are founded on respect and fairness. Ensuring a fair and competitive environment. In adult sporting activities, there may be for pressure to perform at elite levels. Respect for autonomy. Athlete, Adult athletes have greater autonomy, and coaches must respect their ability to make informed choices regarding their participation. Mental health and well-being. Adult athletes may be more resilient, but mental health concerns like stress, burnout, and anxiety still have an impact on their performance and well-being. Coaches should check for symptoms of mental strain and be prepared to offer assistance or refer athletes to professional aid as needed. In conclusion, ethical football coaching involves finding a balance between protecting athlete safety, promoting fair play, and mentoring players. through both their athletic development and their whole personal growth. Coaches have different roles depending on the age of their players, from young athletes who want nurturing and safe environments to adult athletes who seek autonomy and competitive achievement. Regardless of age, a coach's ethical role is to always work in the athlete's best interest, ensuring that sport is a positive and rewarding experience. These are the references for my PowerPoint presentation. Thank you.